We're here at Pitchfork interviewing Contour, also known as Khari. My name is Epwa, and we're here talking to you. So, how was your set?
It was a lot of fun. I felt really embodied and centered in my performance, which is the best that I can ask for when I perform. I felt very present. I felt like I gave a good performance, which I do not say after every performance.
Right.
So it's,
You're
yeah.
usually kind of nervous.
I get very nervous before I perform, especially since the pandemic.
Yeah.
It kind of like, now we're like a few years or like a couple years back into performing, so I'm starting to really get back to feeling comfortable, but it's, yeah, definitely a lot of nerves. And I think that's why like presence is such a big thing, because if I'm like here, then I'm not fixated on that.
Right. And how do you like Chicago compared to Charleston? You said you're from Charleston?
Yeah, I've only been here for one day. It's too soon to say.
Oh, so you've never been here before?
Well, once when I was like very young.
Gotcha.
But this is my first time as an adult.
And it's your first time at Pitchfork too?
Yes, it is.
Cool. So how's your first experience? Are you going to stay around, check out some artists?
I'm definitely gonna stay around. I want to see King Cruel, who I've never seen live.
Same.
I want to check out The Smile later, who I actually already saw in Charleston a few weeks ago, but it was good enough that I want to see it again. And then just whatever else I happen to.
Cool, amazing. I was also found out through watching some of your interviews that you yourself do play guitar. I was watching a couple of your videos and I was like, do you really play guitar? How long have you been playing?
I've only been playing for like 2 years. I don't consider myself a guitarist, but in like the music that I'll probably release in the near-ish future, I've been doing a lot more songwriting on guitar and like starting songs that way. So
Interesting.
I think there's a very like spiritual connection, especially as a Southern Black person, to the guitar for me.
Right. Yeah.
I just like feel really connected to it in a metaphysical way.
Absolutely, I feel that. Do you have any specific like influences that differ between like songwriting versus guitar playing versus like singing? Because sometimes people have like all around influences, but do you have different ones depending on what you're focused on?
This is a really good question. Someone who songwrites on guitar specifically that I really like is Labi Sifra. He's one of the few Black guitar like singer-songwriters who was writing like folk and like kind of psychedelic music in like the 60s, early 70s. I feel like there are a lot of people I love on guitar who I probably don't play like. All of the blues greats like Lightning Hopkins, Bobby Bland, Mance Lipscomb.
Oh yeah, definitely some greats in there. I was listening to Hearing Voices. That's one of my favorite songs I've heard from you. If you were to put that on a playlist of other songs like it or other songs kind of in the same realm, what songs would you give? Like 4 to 5 songs that you really like that kind of match the vibe of Hearing Voices or are in the same world as that?
I don't think there are any other songs like that. That's
any other songs? Yeah,
that's
sure.
maybe an obnoxious answer, but it's my truth.
I think so too. That's why I kind of wanted to pick your brain about that. It was something, especially with the video, it was a really, really interesting artistic video. Do you have any influences when it comes to visuals when it comes to like directing or kind of creative directing?
I'm a big film nerd. My biggest influences consistently are like the LA Rebellion, so like Charles Burnett, Julie Dash, Kathleen Collins, Bill Gunn, then also like the Black Film, I'm gonna say it wrong, the Black Film Audio Collective, which is like John Akomfra, Isaac Julian. Yeah.
Interesting, yeah. So just kind of rounding out this interview, I wanted to ask you, who or what have you been listening? Because, you were talking about coming back into performing after the pandemic. I imagine creating in the pandemic was different than creating kind of outside of the pandemic. So who or what have you been listening to in 2023 that's like really inspiring, creativity and creation for you?
It really goes week to week. But the last 3, some of the like most recent serious fixations I've had are Abby Lincoln, Franco and the Tepe OK Orchestra, Kate Bush, might be the last few.
Yeah. Wow. Some people I need to start listening to too, honestly. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Definitely tell us if you're gonna check out any other artists. You know, I caught some of Mavi's set. I'm hoping to catch Lake Khali 47 and a few other people. So yeah, I hope to see you around.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Nice talking to you. Thanks. Yeah.